At the scale of a single hydrogen atom, the physics are clean. There is one proton and one electron, bound together by a perfectly calculable Coulombic attraction along a single clean vector. But as you move to heavier elements, like bromine, you add more electrons, and that mathematical perfection shatters. Every single electron feels the pull of the nucleus, but simultaneously it repels every other electron in the cloud. Because these repulsions are constantly shifting as the electrons move, solving the Schrödinger equation to find their exact positions becomes a mathematical impossibility. This chaos grows exponentially with every added proton, quickly exceeding the practical limits of raw computation. To navigate the rest of the periodic table, we require a systematic way to simplify this mess without losing the underlying chemistry. The standard textbook solution to this multi-body problem is a concept called effective nuclear charge, or Z effective. The traditional definition states that inner, core electrons physically shield the outermost valence electrons, blocking them from feeling the full pull of the nucleus. But modern physical chemistry reveals a flaw in that explanation. The physical nuclear charge, Z, is a fundamental constant. The number of protons does not change, meaning the actual pull of the nucleus never diminishes. The equation Z effective equals Z minus S is not a reduction in physical nuclear pull. It is a mathematical proxy. It collapses all of those complex electron-electron repulsions into a single clean metric, a negative integer called S. Effective nuclear charge is a necessary mathematical fiction. To understand atomic behavior, we have to look away from the nucleus and investigate the physical reality hiding inside that shielding constant, S. The shielding constant S is not arbitrary. It is strictly dictated by the quantum shape and spatial distribution of an electron's wave function. This chart shows radial probability, the exact likelihood of finding an electron at a specific distance from the nucleus. Here, we are looking at the curves for the 3s, 3p, and 3d orbitals. Look closely at the 3s curve. Notice the distinct inner minor nodes, the small bumps that exist closer to the vertical axis than the bulk of the probability mass. This illustrates the phenomenon of penetration. An electron in this 3s orbital spends a fraction of its time extremely close to the nucleus, effectively diving inside the 1s and 2s core electron shells. By penetrating the core, the 3s electron successfully bypasses a massive amount of electron-electron repulsion. This dictates the rule for orbital energy. For any given principal quantum number, orbital energy and shielding always scale in the order of S, P, D, and F. The physical shape of an orbital directly controls its exposure to repulsion. Quantum geometry dictates stability. We know why shielding happens physically, but calculating those continuous probabilities across an entire atom requires immense computing power. This document details Slater's rules, an empirical algorithm developed to discretize the complex probabilities of quantum penetration into simple constants. The first rule for an s or p valence electron states that electrons occupying the exact same principal shell are too spread out to effectively block each other. They contribute only a fractional value of 0.35 to the shielding constant. The second rule steps down one level. Electrons in the n-1 shell are tighter and denser, providing a substantial shielding value of 0.85. The final rule addresses deep core electrons, those in n-2 or lower. These act as a complete barrier, with each electron providing a full 1.00 of shielding. Slater's rules take the infinite, blurry complexities of wave functions and reduce them into a functional, predictive mathematical tool. We can test this algorithm by calculating the exact effective nuclear charge felt by a single 2p electron in a nitrogen atom. This text shows the setup. Nitrogen has an actual physical nuclear charge, Z, of 7 protons. Its electron configuration is grouped here according to Slater's specific formatting. The 2 deep core electrons in the 1s shell each shield the outer electron heavily, contributing 0.85 times 2. The 4 other electrons in the outer 2s and 2p shell shield the target electron very poorly, contributing 0.35 times 4. Combining these values reveals the final shielding constant, S, 3.10. We execute the final formula. 7 minus 3.10 reveals an effective nuclear charge of 3.90. With this calculation, we have successfully replaced a chaotic, unpredictable 7-body physical problem with a clean, predictive 2-body number. This graph plots those calculated Z effective values against atomic number. Plotting this data reveals the hidden architecture of the elements. Trace the distinct upward slope moving left to right across a single period, from lithium to neon. Because electrons added to the same valence shell shield each other poorly, every time a new proton is added to the nucleus, the net effective charge increases. Then notice the sharp, jagged drop when moving from the end of one period to the beginning of the next, like dropping from neon down to sodium. Opening a new principal shell suddenly reclassifies the previous shell as core. This creates a massive jump in the shielding constant, resetting the effective charge. As the effective charge climbs across a row, it pulls the entire electron cloud tighter toward the nucleus. The periodic table reveals itself as a physical manifestation of this cycle, a visual map of effective nuclear charge climbing to a peak and resetting with every new shell. This tightening atomic radius dictates a highly observable macroscopic property, ionization energy, the amount of energy required to rip an electron away. This graph shows experimental ionization energies. We see peaks at noble gases like helium and neon, and valleys at alkali metals. The correlation is unmistakable. As Z effective climbs across a period, ionization energy climbs in a near-identical sawtooth pattern. A higher effective nuclear charge binds valence electrons much more tightly, requiring significantly more kinetic energy to break them free. Effective nuclear charge functions as a necessary illusion. It provides a reliable shortcut to bypass the complexity of electron repulsion, allowing us to link the shapes of quantum wave functions to the predictable patterns of atomic reactivity.